Hi everyone, this is Edison from Friends React, and welcome to this video, which is a Valentine's Day special video. And I've invited some of our favorite friends back to join us in a little game. Thank you everyone for joining us. Should we get reacquainted?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go around in the circle. Kayla, how have you been? What's up with you?
I'm good. Very busy, but I think I would prefer to be busy than have nothing going on. Yeah, there hasn't been much happening in my life.
Don't you have
I was pretty consumed by. Yes, I was going to say the thing that we've been doing for the podcast right now is fundraising. About like half of what we'll need to go to Thailand later on this year. To do interviews on location, stuff like that. So if you guys know anyone who wants to donate, I'm getting kind of scared because Kickstarter has a limit on how many days you can keep something up. So it's like the pressure is on for us to make it happen. But yeah, if you guys can donate or you know anyone who could donate, we would really appreciate it. And we have a lot of perks. Yeah.
We'll leave a link somewhere.
Somewhere.
How you been, Topher?
I've been good. Busy. The winter holiday season is over, so I have time to breathe now. I feel like the last month and a half of 2022 was just this marathon. But I'm good now. Things are kind of slowing down. Making regular content. I've started drinking a lot on camera, so that's been fun. The last 6 episodes of Unforgotten Night were a drinking game, and it was a blast. And yeah, I've just been having a dandy time.
Side note, how are you enjoying Unforgotten Night?
Well, like I said, it became a drinking game for a reason. Because it started off ludicrous and heinous.
It's a series.
It's a series. It's a series that happened, John.
Oh, let's wait for Kayla to come back. I don't know what happened there.
She just loved Unforgotten Night so much.
She was just like,
Out of here. None of this slander.
right.
Oh, there she is.
I guess the technical difficulties are going to be mine today because my Wi-Fi just completely turned off.
No.
I don't know what's going on, but
Sean, how have you been? Synergic?
I've been okay. Took a little bit of a break there for the holidays and recently, more so recently, just for health stuff. I wrote a book. I did that.
Yes, you did.
Wow.
It's this book. It's
I
this
feel
one.
like you're so much more productive than a lot of us. Oh, wow.
right.
Social anxiety sucks. Because it does.
Hashtag product placement.
Hashtag. Or as my chat says, PP.
I love a good PP. Where did my chapstick go?
Wow, that's so
Okay,
clever. How do we all feel about Valentine's Day? Because this video is.
I get no introductions.
No.
You know what? That's
know you.
I'm just a redheaded stepchild. But actually, after
We know you. You're the. You're
after the book introduction, I'm like, I have to go after that. I just a book.
Okay, in case nobody knows, I guess people would be watching outside Fencer, right?
Oh wow.
DC, what would you like to tell the world?
Oh, well, allow me to reintroduce myself. No, I'm just kidding. Just DC. And now I feel bad now. DC, usually with Films to React. I haven't been streaming my video games just because it's just been a lot of stuff to watch and, personal life has gone to hell. So, but cute boys make it better. Even when I've been, last week was rough. I was like, hey, Edison, let's look at between us. Let's look at this. Let's look at this because BL it's that escapism. And, even when it's kind of like pizza. When it's good, it's good. Even when it's bad, it's still pretty good. So I'm glad we're here to do this.
That was amazing. I don't know what you're talking about. That's the best part.
Thank you.
So what are we thinking about Valentine's Day? Thoughts?
It's a day.
Single people's awareness day.
The last big Valentine's Day that I ever had or even tried to do, like the end of the month happened. Like I went out, I bought like lobster tail and made lobster tail and did all this chicken and all this. Within the month I was single. So I'm just saying it's probably me. I probably just like.
But if you're getting lobster tail and chicken and stuff like that, you need somebody for that day. I mean, I love to eat. And, I'm just saying, you want to cook. I want to eat. So.
A one-way ticket's not that expensive.
Right?
Come to St. Louis.
Buses and Greyhound. I can walk for some. I can walk home. It's like I can walk off the food. Give me a little doggy bag. I'll be like a little hobo with a stick.
That's Valentine's Day.
That's Valentine's Day.
What about you, Kayla?
Even though I'm chronically alone, I do love Valentine's Day because I'm a hopeless romantic and I love like seeing love, even though it doesn't happen for me personally. But yeah, I like it. I'm not like a person who is like, ugh, everyone is together or whatever. Like I like seeing people happy. But yeah, it does remind you that you're alone. Definitely.
Nicer with somebody.
Yeah, it's nicer with somebody, but then sometimes I see people fighting and I'm just like, oh, I'm glad I live alone. Not for me. That's cute for you.
I mean, other than that one time, I've never really celebrated it. It's always just been like, meh. Or it's gone on to the next holiday or something. I don't know.
I feel like Valentine's Day is a bit more fun in some other countries, like Japan, or I don't know where else, but there's not much tradition.
Just Japan.
Just Japan.
Everything's just more fun there.
Right.
But don't they also celebrate like White Day or something like that, which is the month after? So you give something and then they give something back.
For the heterosexuals. Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Anyways, we should get on to this video.
Enough
so
basically, and sadness.
Yeah.
It'd be better in Japan. Sadness.
Chocolate, sympathy chocolate. I mean, that sounds great.
What you call me?
Oh. Topher, no controversy. Come on.
We're not a controversial channel here at Fans React. So for Valentine's Day, here at Fans React, we've decided to set up a game of hug, marry, avoid with our favorite BL characters. This is the PC-friendly version because we don't do controversy here at Fans React, and we're not about killing people. So, yeah. So we set up some categories of 3 BL characters that we'd like to pick from and have a fun time discussing who we would hug, marry, or avoid. And if you want to hug them really tightly, you can express that, but that's up to you. So let's get on to it. Kiss, marry. Oh no, that's meant to say hug. Let me just change that.
I mean, I can kiss too.
I can kiss. No, don't.
Scandalous?
Give a kiss. Oh my God.
What?
Kiss.
Okay, let me just see if
Kiss.
I've updated this. Hold on.
No, let's keep it with kiss.
The hugs are accompanied by kisses. I'm fine with that.
Right. How about Mary Spoon avoid? No, I'm just kidding.
Spoon, fork, or knife?
A knife.
I don't know where that.
Okay, so our first category is jocks. Jocks of BL. And we've got
God.
Neau from Secret Crush on You, Phupha or the Chief from 1,000 Stars or Xavier from Hello Stranger. I've tried to pick shows that we've all would have watched. But yeah, who wants to start?
Who's I haven't watched Hello Stranger.
You haven't watched Hello Stranger?
Tell me something.
I've been trying to tell him.
Hello, stranger. Oh my
I've been
goodness.
trying.
Yes, isn't cute little Filipino BL.
Yeah. Wait, have I watched it?
No.
They also had the movie should have been should have been added onto the series.
Mm-hmm.
But it like really finished out the series. And I was mad I had to like rent it from Amazon just to see the rest of the story.
Okay, definitely marry Phupha, 100%. And then I'm going to give Neau a little kiss, maybe a little peck on the cheek, and then avoid Xavier because I did watch Hello Stranger, but I never finished it. In my eyes, Phupha is like, once he gets over his own ego, I feel like he's a very caring individual. And then I just like that he is nurturing and like takes care of people and is very unselfish. I think he has his priorities in the right place for the most part. So he would be like stable. Neau, I mean, I love Secret Crush on You. I'm not trying to take him away from his partner in that one, but I think a little peck on the cheek, a little like playful kiss, nothing serious, that would be fine. And I honestly don't really have thoughts on Xavier, so avoid. I'm sure he's nice, but
he is.
He just gets the short end of the stick here.
My selection, because I have not seen Secret Crush on You, so similar reasoning for why Xavier is gonna be the one I avoid. I'm avoiding Neau because I don't know him. I don't know her. But I agree that Phupha is going to be my Mary because, I mean, out of the three, he's an adult.
Right? That's another thing.
He's an adult man. And like Kayla said, I if I'm going to marry someone, I would like some sense of stability. And I feel like he could provide that for me right now. Xavier, in maybe like 5 or 10 years, could be there. But right now in life, he's still in college. So he's not the one for me. Neau looks young. So I'm going to say he's also just not the one for me right now. Plus, Phupha's just got a body that's made for sin. And so I would like to marry that. And then Xavier, we're hugging, we're kissing.
Which I guess whatever you want to do, that's not marriage.
All right, so I'm gonna hug Xavier, but with friction.
Yeah.
Because I did finish Hello Stranger.
No controversy, Topher.
There was no controversy. I'm just saying, I did make it to the end. I did see the movie. The movie is one of my most rewatched BL anythings. Back when I was working overnights at Michael's, I would just have that movie playing in my headphones with my phone in my pocket. So like I can basically just recite this movie inside, outside, backwards, and forwards. And every time we get to the volleyball scene, just, or not volleyball, tug of war, cry, ugly cry. Coworkers look at me like, what's wrong with you? You're crazy. I'm like, just don't worry about it. But yeah, he has a magically delicious body and he has a very nice smile. He has a very warm sounding voice. And these are all qualities that I would like to hug.
With friction.
With friction. Lots of friction. Yeah. But I might change my mind in a couple months because Secret Crush on You is on the list like everything else is.
That list.
I know, but I had my subscribers vote and that was one of the higher ones on the list. So soon enough, I'll get to it. It's not next, but soon enough I'll get to it.
This one's a tough one for me because obviously Phupha is a stable choice, but I don't want to go live in the countryside with all the mosquitoes and all the dangerous shooting things that's happening. So I think I might not marry Phupha, which makes this hard to figure out who to marry. But as much issues that I found with Neau that he had in the series in terms of like how insecure he was, I might marry him for his money.
We're honest on this channel. Not controversial, but we're honest.
Honesty is not controversial. And then I might hug Phupha because he looks like he would be a really good hug. And I think he needs a hug because he's been isolated for so long, without much physical contact, especially. Like, I think he needs it. And so
those arms are made for hugging.
Yeah, I think that the lack of the starvation of intimacy will make him appreciate my affection a bit more.
Starved. Oh.
And then I might avoid Xavier because from what I remember, I don't think he offered that much, like boyfriend material wise.
I'll go. Marrying Phupha because I wouldn't mind like living out in nature. And if somebody comes, he'll take care of me and all that kind of good stuff. I don't know which one I would like. I kind of want to avoid Xavier because there's that whole drama of his sexual identity, which you need to go through that and all this other kind of stuff. But I already know it, and I've done that before. I've done that before in real life, and it is. I can't do it. But also at the same time, I've done it in real life because I've done it in real life because the straight boy is always nice. But but eventually he turns around and stuff like that. Noah, I kind of want to do like a hug and stuff like that because there was the bathtub scene and the bar scene and so it would be kisses at various places. So probably Noah and avoid Xavier because I know even after the hug, it's going to be like kind of weird. It's
going to be a good hug.
It would be a good hug, but all of a sudden it'd be like, all right, bro. I'm like, I don't need a bro hug. Like,
it would be a bro hug.
Come here. Bring it in.
I think Xavier's really good at hugs, judging by the end of Hello Stranger.
Yeah, but he had to get to the end of Hello Stranger. That's all the stuff that I want to avoid.
I kind of want to be a contrarian and just go with Xavier just cause.
Go for it. Go for it.
I know nothing about him.
It's an arranged marriage.
I would it's a tough one for me because I would say like I want the stability of Phupha, but I would also want like I don't know, like kind of the brattiness of Noah a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna say okay, I will marry only because I know it's what I should go with is Phupha and kiss Noah and then avoid Xavier.
Poor Xavier.
I know.
I'll see you all in the countryside. I hope it's enjoyable.
I like the woods. I like forests.
Is there Wi-Fi? What are you going to do without Wi-Fi?
Listen.
Oh my goodness.
Your husband.
A lot.
That's what you do. Yeah.
Lots of gay babies, okay?
We're going to farm the land. Feed the chickens. Okay.
Feed some.
Let's go with the next category, which is
I love you, Xavier.
Campus Stars. I chose
this is too much for me.
I knew this would be tough for Kayla because she loves a bit of Singto.
This is too much. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let me compose myself real quick. Okay, my answer might be a little surprising, but I'm thinking, this is so hard. You know, I'm torn between Kongpob and Dean because I have always said that I think Dean is one of the best boyfriends in BL. But, okay, if I'm not thinking about it as Singto and it's the character, I think I'm going to have to say Kiss. If it was the actor, Mary. I'm going to say marry for Dean because I feel like he also has that same nurturing vibe, which I don't know what that says about me, issues wise, but I just feel like he's very understanding. He like never pushes anyone to, I don't know, do anything or feel any type of way. He kind of like gives people their space. But is also very good at giving advice. So I feel like he's very thoughtful and brooding, and I find that appealing. So I'm going to say marry, because I think that would just, I feel like marriage with Dean would be like peaceful. I feel really bad for saying avoid Sarawat because I was like in love with his character when Together was airing, but it's just going to come down to like choosing my faves over each other. So I'm sorry, avoid. I'm sorry.
At least you didn't have to kill him. So
True. I would feel really bad then. Oh, yeah. I think that's what I'm going with.
I actually agree with all of that. I think you made my decision a hell of a lot easier just because of that. I was also between the two, but I agree with you. I think Mary Dean, Kongpob. I think since it's the character, I agree. Kiss.
Yeah.
And Sarawat's avoid. But that's also because I've never seen Together.
Oh. Oh no.
Wow. Mine is totally different.
Oh.
I avoid Kongpob because the character, he was just so annoying. Like I just felt like, but I haven't seen like Sotus in like years. So, but like he was just so annoying, and I couldn't have done that. However, and this is going to sound really weird, I would marry Sarawat because the way that he was in his relationship would have made me laugh. Always grabbing for his boobs and stuff like that. I think we would actually have a good time. Because I thought that was cute. I like that stuff. If I'm going to marry, I want to be like in like 40 or 50 years with my partner still trying to like grab my butt or whatever, you know? So I really feel Sarawat would do that. So, and just having fun and being like, whatever. And just because Dean's left over, kiss him. There's no reason. Like, just because he's left over.
I was contemplating Sarawat, but then I realized I don't have tits or boobs or anything for him to grab. So I don't know what that would say about our relationship. Like, he might want a divorce once he finds out that I'm flat, you know? I think I would still marry Sarawat just because I found him the most appealing out of all the characters. And I don't want to commit to Dean because I'm kind of worried about the whole, I might see him in my next life. And if we had like a fight in our previous life, he might bring it up. So I don't know. Even though that could be great, seeing him in my next life, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that at this point in my life. So I might avoid.
Fair.
No. I'll give Dean a hug in case it was a good hug, and then we'll hug in our next life.
It's
and then I'll avoid Kongpob.
Well, I'm marrying Dean. That goes without saying. I will risk the potential past lives coming back to haunt me for now, at least. Mainly because I've not seen the other two shows. So I'm marrying what I know. But once I see the other shows, that might change. And I might find something that is not.
Okay, now Topher's dropping out.
I was about to say, is that me?
No.
Bye, Topher.
We can zoom in on Topher's face while he disconnects.
Yes! Do
it. Oh my God. Please don't do this to me when it happens to me. Now
It's like, oh, Topher's dropping out. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm right here. I can hear everything you're saying. What are you talking about? So, I'm like, I don't know what happened. So I just refreshed the page. But,
Anyway.
Yeah. So Dean, I would marry him because I know him, and also cheekbones sculpted by the hands of God. It's just, it goes without saying. I'm going to avoid Kongpob just because he looks like trouble. He looks... He looks mischievous. He looks like someone in a series that I would have issues with. Where Sarawat looks like a sweet boy, cute sweet boy. So I would hug him a couple times just to make sure.
Okay, next category is lovesick puppies.
No, I refuse.
I'm not doing this one. I'm done.
I refuse. I'm
out.
The chat.
I already know who I want.
I'm hugging every last one of them.
We're hugging. We're only hugging. Yeah.
Nah, no. Y'all hugging. I'm a grown ass adult. I'm doing adult thing.
Polyamorous marriage. I don't care.
I already know what I want.
I know what I want too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not options.
I'll just say it real quick. Just get it out of the way. Gav Marion, because I want to hear baby, and then also just everything about him I wanted to frown. Coco, like I said, we ain't kissing. We kissing and hugging, and plus that picture of him with the little. So, with those two already decide, Joon got to go avoid. I'm happy with these two sections on here to the left of the screen. All right, I just forgot about what I'm avoiding. So, oh my goodness, and it'd be a good marriage with Gav, and it'd be a good 6-7 hours with Coco. I'm a hugging. I'm done.
I feel like I have a slightly, well, in the same vein almost, but I have a slightly different approach to why for my answer.
That's fair.
All right. That's fine.
So I'm going to say marry Gav because I feel like my family would love him. Because, you know, Filipino, and he seems like a very nice person. So I would, I think, marry him for my family. Do a little something for them.
Take one for the team. If I must.
Right. Choco, I'm going to say hug because he's affectionate. As we see in the show. My answer isn't quite as extreme as DC's on that. I think I really would just be like cuddling. Definitely avoids Sojoon because I would be paranoid all the time that he's going to leave me, or that like he's going to be too clingy and I'm going to leave him. Like I would be too afraid of there being like, I guess, trouble because of his job or profession. So avoid. I'll do my arranged marriage to Gav though. That one's good.
Well, I mean, I'm definitely hugging Choco. That goes without saying. For similar reasons to everything that's named. Also, if you guys saw his last post on Instagram, just there's nothing particularly exciting about it. It's just him with a cup. Someone shot him profile. But he is magically delicious. Oh my God, such a stunning profile. I could stare at him all day. And those arms were made for hugging. Like, if his character had more to it than being just kind of like this faithful puppy dog come to life, he might be in the marriage category, but I feel like we just didn't get there in the series. So if there was a season 2 or a movie or something that explored him a little bit more as a human, he might be husband material, but right now he just doesn't have enough for me to make him husband. But he's got enough arms for him to hug vigorously, intensely, over and over again. Heimlich maneuver. We're Heimlich. Husband. I mean, Gav is the obvious choice because he's just a sweet boyfriend man. But Sejun's an adult. He's an adult making adult ass money. He's an actor with security and stability. And I feel bad avoiding him, but I'm gonna have to avoid him, and I'll marry Gav for now. Yeah,
could change later.
It could change later because I really don't want to avoid Sejun. It just feels wrong, but
that's all good. I'll marry Sejun. I'll take his money. I'll live the high life. Even if you have to be secret, I don't care. I feel like Sejun's loyal. He'll follow you in a caravan, and he's entertaining. Yeah, and he's got money out of all of these people, so he
does have money.
Mm-hmm. I'll give. I haven't watched Choco Milkshake yet, but I'll give Choco a hug because he looks like he's got good hugging physique, and I'll just avoid Gav because I don't think I enjoyed him as much as everyone else has.
He's nostalgic for me.
Yeah. I mean, Gameboys was the first BL for both of us, right? Yeah.
And look at those dimples. Look at those dimples.
I miss him.
I know. Sweet boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely marry Gav. For all of the reasons listed, but also I just have a very big soft spot for Filipino men. So
I've heard that about you.
Choco is definitely a hug or kiss, whatever. Plus, I don't know. There's just that man. I mean, I definitely preferred Milk out of the two, but he was not far behind. And I guess Sejun is just a void just because I wouldn't want to, but you know, that's the option.
All right, next category is Sugar Daddies.
Oh, that's easy.
Very easy.
Win is a Mary. I love that daddy. I love his tattoos. I just loved everything throughout the series of Between Us with him. He's just a sweetheart. I mean, he's got his issues, but we all have our issues. Lian, no, Dr. Hottie, I'll kiss and avoid Lian. Dr. Hottie has always been, that's his nickname for, Puen.
Because he's a doctor. Yeah.
Because he's an actual doctor. Yeah. So I would gladly kiss him. And Lian has his own little obsession. So I feel like I wouldn't fit in there. So I'll just avoid him.
I'm going to say marry Lian on the condition that I can be in a polyamorous marriage with him and Kuea.
Agreed.
That's my condition. I'm choosing him mostly though because he has money.
Everyone has money. That's the point of this category.
Yeah, I mean, he has new money though. He made his own money. It's not his family's money, which I find appealing.
Very fair.
And then Win, I'm trying to decide what I want to say right now. I know this is supposed to be PG. Can I say one night stand?
What do you think?
8 hours.
One single hug.
Like,
DC wants an 8-hour hug. Like that's fair. Like you can do what you want.
8-hour hug and
Okay,
kiss.
okay. We'll do win 8-hour hug and kiss.
Like it's on the menu or something.
Yeah. And I feel like that the reasons for that are obvious. Like it's win. It's win.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch Vice Versa, so that's why I'm saying avoid for that character. But I'm sure he's nice. Whatever. I just wouldn't know. So
Well, I'm also avoiding Vice Versa because I've not seen it, and all I see when I look at him is Y from Bad Buddy, and I.
no.
Anyone who's watched those reactions
Same.
with me knows how much of an issue I had with him. That's one of the contentious points with the fandom that they could not see why I hated Y so much, and I'm like, because he's a dick.
Yeah, I
He
didn't like him.
He did all this stuff and he had no repercussions. He did not have to apologize. He didn't get in trouble. Nothing like he. So that's all I see when I see that couple for right now. So I'm like, we're avoiding him. I'm marrying Win because he's Win. Like Sean said, he's got issues, but we didn't explore them between us, so I don't know what they are. I mean, we brought up, he might have this potential issue. Then we danced around them being too nervous to tell each other their feelings for 7.5 episodes, and then we like, okay, magically everything's fixed. So I don't know.
That. Okay.
How do you feel how do you really feel, Topher?
I feel like they did a great job with the series. They just could have paced things better. They introduced all these characters and all these storylines, and then they spent 10 episodes. Whoa, are they going to tell their feelings? Are they not going to tell their feelings? Are they tell their feelings? And okay, they finally had an honest conversation like I've been begging them to do for 8.5 episodes, and now everything's magically fixed. And now we have one episode to wrap up the 7 other ships in this story. And it's like, maybe we could have wrapped up this storyline 6 episodes ago and given these other ships some time. But whatever. Yes, what it is. Unpopular opinions. But yeah, I'm marrying Win because he's Win, and Lian. I mean, y'all saw that body. Let's not pretend like we did not see it. Like, I'm open to all body types. They can be big, they can be skinny, they can be thick and juicy. I'm open to all body types. But he has a body type that I would like to have hug.
Be more open to.
Yes. Well, I'm a lady.
Very open.
I would hug him. Lots of hugs. Plus, I just think of why are you? And I'm like, yeah, lots of hugs. Lots and lots of hugs.
Who do we think has the most money?
I would say Lian.
I know what does Vice Versa guy do?
Yeah,
He's an actor.
He's an actor.
He's an actor. No, not him.
He's a movie actor. He's big screen.
Yeah, he's famous, but he's not following like these two. Because Win's got that family chain of hotels, and it's like,
right. That's fair.
But then Lian's got water.
Water.
He does have a club too.
Oh, yeah. He has a club too. Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to say, real quick, marry Win because tattoos. If you watch the channel, tattoos. I'm not really about sugar daddies or taking care of me, but I really feel like all that emotional stuff will be there. I haven't seen Cutie Pie, so avoid Lian. I don't know him. And I've seen Vice Versa, and I would like to avoid Puen, but the last thing is hug or kiss. It's going to be like it's going to be the hug that Xavier would give me. Just so yeah, that's it.
I think I might marry Lian just because I can't cook, and there aren't any repercussions for not knowing how to cook.
That's good.
You know, when Kuea was like, "I can't cut this egg," he was really patient, so I can say that for me. So I feel like he would be gentle with my inability to be useful to him. But then, yeah, and he's very doting, which I could get sick of, but like, you know, there are pros and cons to everybody. I might hug Puen, because we know, we've seen it. And
yes, we have.
Win, I guess I'll avoid Win as a result, unfortunately. I would like to go on some holidays though, so I feel like...
Right? Our honeymoon would be fabulous. Now Valentine's days would be fabulous, and just like Thursdays would be cool.
Oh yeah, he would do the best Valentine's Day. I don't even know. Okay, so we've had our sugar daddies, but what about our daddies?
Oh. Okay.
Oh Jesus. Oh yeah.
I feel like I would just have to go off with the pictures on this one because that's the only thing I can do. I mean, I know the Bad Buddy Dad, and I know Kinport, I know Chan, but I don't really know.
Oh,
but I like the way he looks.
Yeah. So I am marrying Pran's daddy because one of my very first TikToks was about his Pran's daddy and the disservice that they did to this man, because that man is fine as all hell, and they featured him like 2 minutes of the series. And I'm like, y'all could have went on a family vacation to a beach. Y'all could have went in the swimming pool. Y'all could have done any number of things with this man, but y'all resigned him to be like 3 minutes of the entire series. And this man is fine as all hell. And he was a nice daddy too, on top of it. So yes, I am marrying him because his wife is a lucky woman, let me tell you. I don't remember who Chan is. Like, the face is familiar. I can't place who he is in the show right now. And
he's the bodyguard to the head, to the dad.
Maybe.
Daddy guard.
I don't remember anything character-wise about him. I recognize his face, and I can see that he is fine as hell. So part of me wants to hug him for that, but also I've not watched 180 Degrees Longitude yet, but he is also fine as hell. And anyone who's been on my channel knows I have a thing for big ears, and I love his ears right now in this picture. So I'm going to hug him and avoid the mafia for mafia reasons, because I don't want to die. But yeah.
Isn't that part of the excitement though?
I mean, it's only exciting until you're dead.
Hey, if you're going to go out,
I'd rather just not go out.
You can't finish your marriage.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to have to avoid In because he has so many issues. And because he can't, like, even at the end of the series, he still never got over any of his issues. So I'm going to have to avoid him because it would just be like constant stress. I guess hug Chan, because I want to say married to Pran's dad, just for the same reasons that were already brought up. And yeah, I feel like Chan is okay for the hug kiss thing because of the excitement of it, like the level of danger in it. But I wouldn't want to like dedicate my life to like always being a target. So that's why Pran's dad, marry.
Pran's dad, I think he's the most stable. I think he's also gorgeous. I honestly don't remember anything about Chan, so I have to avoid him just because. Although I do find it exciting. I would find it super exciting.
I don't know her.
I also don't know I don't know I didn't watch 180 Degrees yet. But I do love that picture. So we kissing. Like I mean that's all I can give him.
We can give him more.
Listen. I am staying within the
I think they're going out the window. I think I'm going to call this video Thirst Talk. With
Okay, we doing a lot, okay? I love big ears. I love that chest.
Trouser kisses.
Just opened up the dam.
I think I'm going to actually marry In. There's something about me and him that I want to fix. I just want to give him happiness. I just want to give him happiness.
Can fix him.
Yeah. He deserves happiness. And I think I can give that to him. It might be a journey and a struggle, but it'll be worth it. I think it'll be worth it. Just because he wasn't happy at the end of the series. And I want to say that for him. I might avoid Chan for the same reasons as everybody. Just because, the mafia is scary. I'm not dealing with that. Actually, I still might give him a hug. Because then with Pran's dad, I'll be like, hi, Pran. And then I'd probably want to avoid Pran's dad because I'd be like, I don't want to mess up the family situation dynamics. So I'm going to leave that alone.
You were the drama. You are
like
the
tag team potential.
You've become BL.
Oh. Yeah, I'll be in a series where I'm dating the son and the dad. Let's go with that. I'm avoiding that situation.
I'd watch it. I have watched it.
What series?
So,
it's on a certain hub of sorts.
All right, yeah, that's fair.
So my pick, Pran's dad, because as soon as Pran showed up on the scene, I actually was like, Topher, I was like, why could we get more of this man? And I was no longer interested in I was like, can we get a series with the two dads, Bad Daddy or something?
Yeah, Bad Daddy.
Yes.
I was like, I want to marry him, and if I can marry him, I can kiss him and hug him and stuff like that. So, but also, he's the only one who has a stable relationship. Like, if it's marriage, like going forward, like I want something stable. And he looked cute. Sorry, Daddy Guard, I'm avoiding you. like Daddy Bodyguard. I just like. I'm from DC, but I'm not about that life. All right. You know what? That's why the streets ain't made for everybody. That's why there's sidewalks. And I just am not going there. We're not in these streets. I'm going to hug him in that nice house he has. And it's just like, it's a nice scene. I think N would be great for a limited one night only, like a limited amount of time. But he would get on my nerve. I'm just like, no, we suck it up, Buttercup. Like I just am over it. I can get over it after a while. So hugging, kissing, that's it.
Okay, next category that we have is, what is it? Bad Boys.
Oh, fuck.
All of them.
Damn.
Are you gonna risk your life now, huh? You gonna risk your life now?
I am, but I can change him.
Oh, that trap.
Actually, I haven't watched History 3 Trapped yet, so I
You should.
Oh, you should. Okay. Oh my God. Saying ye is, oh my God. He just like suits, well-tailored suits, and just like, it's just delivery of lines and words and me. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get mine out of the way because I haven't watched History 3. So I'll avoid Tang.
Shame.
Hug Kim, and I'll marry the one that's least dangerous in this situation. So I'll marry Young. It's hard to remember these names. Jae Young, I'll marry him. We'll have a nice, safe life together.
Oh, you know what? I think I have to say marry Tangi. I think I have to say that. Because, I mean, it's him. The suits, like you said. I think that I would be willing to put myself in that position.
Me too.
Jae Young, I'm gonna say hug. I'll give him a nice bear hug. And Kim, if this was Jeff, I would have a different answer. But Kim, I couldn't stand his character. I feel like he isn't allowed within 10 feet of a school. Like, he's so bizarre. He's just really bizarre to me. Like, I never would know what is on his mind. And I don't know. There's something not right with him. So avoid.
I mean, I'm gonna say marry Jae Young, just because I liked him a lot in Semantic Error. Tangi, I would do things with him. Okay, yes, I agree with Kayla in Kim, and I think that was an eye opener for me because I was thinking of Jeff and not the character. So it would definitely be a different answer in that regard, but I would avoid Kim. But Tangi, I would not marry him because I didn't like all of his suits. Like some of them were just hideous. I think, if I remember, or was it one of them that was on the back?
No, you hated Xiao Fei's suits.
Okay.
For some reason, it was a great suit, FYI, but it's a fantastic suit. Whatever.
No, but I think that's my answer. Yeah, I would kiss Tangi.
What a kiss it would be.
Yes.
I am avoiding Kim because we've all said if it were Win in ingredients, he would 100% be a Mary because I fucking love that series and Jeff and gameplay, my heart. Love. So if it was a different character, absolutely. But Kim, we're avoiding that. Jae Young is such marriage material, and I would love to marry him, but I can't because Tangi is here. So,
exactly.
So as a result, Jae Young gets a hug, but it'll be a sweet, tender, romantic hug. I feel like he would give some nice, soft, supple hugs, and
Supple.
Yeah, like they would be great. There would be candles. There would be like chips and queso afterward. Like they would be great hugs. But I have to marry Tangi because like that man, that face, those ears right now, the suits, the body. He gonna be getting out of jail anytime soon, and he's gonna be starved.
Yeah,
and I will take Xiao out at that point. So it's in the stars. It has to be him.
Mm-hmm. I'd be okay being a prison wife too. That's fine.
All right, exactly.
I would most definitely see Zhang Yi, because of the suits, but also he doesn't let the suit wear him. He wears the suit, but then also it's about his air, and that air and that personality stays with him even when the suit's off. So I'm marrying that because that he's going to take care of business. If I have a problem, I'm going to be like a mobster wife. That's it. I have no problem with that. And just be like, oh, there's a baby, there's a problem. And, but also just the personality, everything. I got little cousins and I want to pick them up from school, so I can't avoid school. So I'm just going to have to avoid them. Because, sometimes the moms can't pick them up. And I have kids around me. So I'm just going to avoid them. I'm glad that was brought up because at first I was going to hug him, but no, that's an interesting point. So I'm just going to hug young Semantic era guy. I saw Semantic era, but I can't really remember it, but it's KBL. So
also Tongi's an adult, so that also helps me.
That's fair.
Yep.
And that kiss to the bullet wound at the end of episode 12.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we had bad boys, but what about bad boys?
Oh my God. Stop this right now.
I mean, I'm sure at some point in all these series, I've said the same thing about them, that they are too fine to be trusted, because heaven knows in a Thai BL series, you have to have the finest motherfucker to be your bad guy.
That's why people go to the dark side, It's like, I'm gonna go do some crime. Why? Because they fine.
Okay, so I am going to marry Gun because I feel like he got a bad rap being the minor family's leader, trying to overthrow the major family, blah, 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 blah. But then we got all this backstory about Portia's mom and how it was this one who loved her. And, meanwhile, Kin's dad's out here playing 4D wizard chess with everybody and just moving all these puzzle pieces. And I feel like Gun he got a bad reputation within the show and didn't get to explain his side. But I feel like his side is the side I would like to marry. Vegas is going to be a great hug. It will be an interesting, probably the most interesting hug we've had this entire episode. It will be a very multifaceted hug. I feel like we will be drained by the end of it.
And maybe a gerbil involved?
There might be a gerbil or two. Some lacerations, a couple contusions, some concussions, maybe. I don't know, but it'll be a great hug. Great hug. And I have to avoid Tawi. I feel like I spent the least time with him as a character than I did with the others. So I don't really know him as anything other than he's a big bad guy. And he's a politician, so that automatically just kind of puts the no mark on him.
Hug Vegas, but not in front of Gun, because I don't want to cause trouble. But I'm not going to marry him because he got daddy issues.
I mean, who doesn't?
He just so I'm gonna go straight to the source. And I'm gonna marry him.
Go to
Valid.
Right? You know what? We are always. I believe you gotta sleep your way to the top. Stop fucking your way to the middle. Gotta go to the top. And so no, but also Gun wasn't. I don't know. He wasn't as bad as everybody else in the series. He was just, whatever. Tawi, he just seems so useless. As a bad person, as a bad guy, especially when you have somebody else pulling the strings, and then him getting like confronted and him not knowing what it is, and like he just seemed like a face as a rather than like a proactive bad guy. And if you're not proactive bad guy, then you're probably not going to be proactive anywhere else. Like dead fish laying there.
Very passive.
Right. And like I'm not going to be doing all the work in this evil, you know.
We're talking about marriage? What are we talking about?
Yeah, this evil scheme.
Not
Like I'm not. So it's not going to be marriage or hugging. So I'm just going to avoid them. So.
I don't like any of these characters as a disclaimer.
That's fair.
But I'm going to say marry Gun because, like you guys said, he's, I guess, the least evil, one of the least evil people in the show. And he is the one with the money. He's the one with the power. Even though I don't like how he treats Vegas. I'm going to have to look past that and
Marriage isn't perfect.
Right. Vegas, I'll give him a little smooch if I can slap him right afterwards.
He'll be into it.
Yeah, he will be. It'll be fine. I don't have much else to say about that. Tawi, definitely avoid under all circumstances because he's like the definition of a landlord capitalist who takes advantage of people who are disenfranchised and tries to act like he's like this good, wholesome person. But really, he is just fucking with poor people. And people with disabilities and minorities and stuff like that. And I'm not for that. So definitely avoid Tawi.
This is some good points. I think I'll have to avoid Gun though, because he killed Perth. And I feel like that's unforgivable in my eyes.
But that ascot though.
Right?
Right?
I'll give Vegas a hug because I feel like he needs one.
Yeah.
I'll have to marry Tawi, but I feel like I'll be in the dark about his shadiness, so it'll be a marriage of ignorance. But once he gets jailed for corruption, I'll be devastated, but at least I'll have his money.
You know what?
It's the running narrative.
You know they take all that money away from because all of that money from corruption and stuff like that, they have to take it when they lock them up. So you'll be poor.
Oh. But at least I'll still have a husband.
Conjugals, that's it.
Okay, let's move on to people who betrayed you, but you still love them. I just did this category because I wanted to talk about Jai and I wanted to put him somewhere. Because I'm gonna.
That's fair.
I feel like he was robbed in I Promised You the Moon. I was rooting for him in Jai for some reason. I love the scandal. So I'm gonna marry Jai because I felt like he was very, very seductive in his own way. And I don't want to marry Akira because he had the whole I need to marry a woman. So I might hug him and then I'll avoid Stan because he's a cop.
But you'll marry the politician.
Right. That's like a step up.
See, I think I would marry. I don't remember Jai. I don't remember. But I would at least kiss him. I would probably. God, I don't know Akira. So I would avoid him just because I don't know him. And that just leaves Mary for Dan. But you bring up an excellent point, Edison, in that he's a cop. I don't trust cops. At least here in the US, I can't say that I do. Okay, even though he betrayed, I feel like he kind of redeemed himself at least a little bit at the end. So I can live with that.
Which one was Jai? Like, I think I remember which one he was, and if he is, that's going to influence where I put him.
Jai was the one who kissed Tare for the play.
For the play. Okay, that's the one I thought. Okay, so yeah, we're avoiding him. Have no time for him. I haven't even seen Akira, but we're avoiding Jai. Like, I guess I'll hug Akira, even though I don't know who he is. I haven't seen the series yet, but he looks like a nice, sweet boy. And I have to marry Dan. Like, look at those ears. Look at those ears. He is the most precious thing in the world. Plus, yes, he is a cop, but he is a fine ass Thai cop who posed naked for you. And
that's a good point.
And like, he betrayed you a little bit. He didn't want to, but like, also I feel like the police chief or whoever the hell sat him down was like, hey, you know, that family you got there, it'd be a shame if anything happened to them.
Right.
I'm like, well, I don't want anything to happen to my family either. So I'm sorry, guy I just met 2.5 weeks ago, but my mom's a little bit more important than you right now. So I sympathize with him on that. Plus, no, he's a fine ass Thai cop who posed naked for me. So there's that. He's artistic. Well, no, Dan didn't sing. Gavin sings, but he's artistic and naked. So that makes him husband material.
I'm gonna avoid Jai because I don't know who that is. I'm gonna kiss Dan and then spit in his face.
Damn.
Ooh.
Because he's a cop.
But he's a good cop.
And then I'm gonna marry Akira because I don't know, like he seems like a hard worker, and granted he wouldn't be still dealing with his issues.
Oh, that's true.
You might have a stable life, you might not. I don't know. It might be fun for the moment. Like, the marriage doesn't have to last. I'll just have a kid and then leave. So
collect that check, honey.
Yep.
Okay.
That's so romantic for Valentine's Day.
Oh, right, Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I would avoid Jai.
Why we hated on Jai?
Just because it's just the kiss and stuff like that, and it just whatever. Dan, I would hug him because he need a hug. Like he was, and the thing about it is that, and I understand structures of power and how the police are a part of that and stuff like that. And I have people who are retired police officers and they're just like, it's kind of shit what they're doing and stuff like that. And he had a little bit of like, it ate him up about what he was doing. And he went into it as being with good intentions and then realized, this shit ain't happening working within the system. So I'd definitely hug him. I wouldn't avoid him, but I'd hug him. And I would marry Akira because especially after all of what he went through, I understand how Japanese society is asking him to do this, but he kind of like getting married and having to stable and all this other kind of stuff, which society was telling him to do, wasn't making him happy. And just that I understand about how that inner pool versus that outer pool and stuff like that he had to go through. After he gets over that, yeah, it was great, grand, and groovy. Yeah, most definitely I'd marry him. But I'm marrying him after he'd gone through all of that. So it's not like I'm marrying him before. No, he has to go through all that. Then we're marrying. And then at the other side of all of that, it was great,
But why couldn't we marry Xavier at the other side of all that? Backtrack into...
You know what? Because
why we have to start at beginning Xavier's journey, but we can jump to the end of the Akira's?
Because you know what? Xavier just like, we not... because there were other people there. Xavier is still... It was... I don't know.
Hashtag justice for Xavier. That's all I'm saying.
Xavier, no. I've just avoided him. It's just... He would still have that stuff carried over. Besides, I have to deal with an ex-girlfriend.
Next one. Confused twinks. Okay.
Just the category title.
I'm marrying Kuea. Period. I love Neau in general, so I just love Kuea, and I'm marrying that man. Team. I love Team too, though. I would hug / kiss / spend a lot of time with Team, and I would avoid Tae. Just he annoyed the crap out of me. He annoyed me so bad.
Yeah, I have the same answer. I would marry Kuea. I guess hug / kiss Team and avoid Tae. I feel like I don't even have an explanation for that. I have the same thing where like I already love Neau, so.
I'm just saying, if he started crying in front of me, I would probably start laughing.
Okay, wait, but
just because he looks so ridiculous in his crying.
Are you talking about Tae? Who are you talking about?
Tae.
Oh, Tae.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of these.
He's emotional, okay? The real world isn't pretty crying.
It
is open mouths. It is...
I'm okay with it. The face he makes whenever he's crying, at least in the series. It's just like, I don't know, man.
It's called emotion, Sean. Well, I am gonna marry Team. I love him. He's a precious little cinnamon roll, and I feel like of the three, no, I did go on a journey with Tae, but I'm not marrying him. I was going to say of the three, I feel like I've gone through the most development with Team, but I did go through a lot of development in the 2 series with Tae as well. I just don't want to marry him. So I'm going to marry Team. I'm going to hug Tae because I feel like of the 3, he would give me the best hugs. I don't want to be in a relationship with him. I don't want to marry him. He's got some qualities, characteristics, and mentalities that I don't want to be in a relationship with, but I feel like he would give me the best hug of the 3. And Kuea got on my nerves. So I'm avoiding him.
See, my answer is the exact same, but for different reasons. Kuea, and like I said earlier, I didn't watch Cutie Possum, avoiding him. Tae needs a hug. He's baby is starved for affection. So I think just like a hug would good, and I'm good at giving a hugs, and just and also it's a hug. And I'm really mean hugs this time, people. But
the other time you didn't mean hugs.
But it's like it's just a hug. It's a short time. It's not a whole time. And Team, I really want to marry him, especially after he graduates, because he is. He was just adorable. But then also we have something in common. We both like to eat. And food.
He's gonna steal your food, though.
I can't. No.
Oh.
He wants to buy his own snacks and his own, and I have no problem with buying him his food, and we have his food, and all the different snacks, and we be chilling, and it'd be nice marriage, and it'd be great.
What if he takes your prawn?
He wouldn't do that because he's Team. Team is nice like that.
I feel like we have selective memory going on.
So yeah. Like, and actually, that would be in our wedding vows. We chose to love and to cherish and to not take each other's French fries, prawns, or anything like that forever and ever and ever.
Amen.
Right.
I think I'm gonna avoid Kuea because I feel like out of the three, he's the most reliant on a partner. I don't think I could take care of him. I feel like he's the most needy. I think I'll hug Team because I wouldn't marry him because I don't see as much potential as Ter for marriage. After Ter is evolved, he seems
his final form
because he's a famous actor by then. So I think by then, after his maturity stage, he'll be a good partner. Whereas the others, I feel like are a bit more reliant on you, and I'm not reliable enough for that. So yeah. Smart cookies. Okay, another category. Oh, Topher's gone. Topher's like,
he just said no. He didn't want to do it.
No.
Or maybe he's still here.
Topher, if you can hear us, I don't know what you can do.
Anything?
Check his spirit.
Let's get out the Ouija board. I know what I'll do. Who I'll do. Dr. Bun, I would marry him because Manner of Death, I just love the main couple of Manner of Death. And like, I didn't watch Manner of Death till like last year, and just like, I love everything about it. And I would love to be married to Dr. Bun and kind of tease him.
Oh.
But yeah, I think it would be a fun marriage. Arm, I would hug. Because there was just this one moment, I don't know if it was in the series or whatever, where you see like, okay, Arm's this nerd and stuff like that, but he's a nerd jock and he got a body on him.
Oh, he's that one. Oh.
He had a body on him. I'm like, fuck him, Porsche. Like, what about Arm? Justice for Arm. Justice for, that's why they call him Arm. Okay. Because he has them arms. They gonna call him abs and body yaddy 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 too. But Arm, I would hug for all while he explains tech support to me. So that's a couple of hours. And I would just avoid Rue because he was kind of, I don't know, I think it was like annoying. Like I understand he was like, had to get out of his shell, but getting past that is just, he just annoyed me at first.
I think I'm gonna avoid Sangwoo because I think he's a little too similar to me with like needing everything to be perfect and organized, and like having to see that reflected back into another person would drive me crazy. Like it's just too similar. I want to say marry Dr. Bun because he's a doctor.
He's a doctor.
Honey.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna marry. Although I think Arm is so funny. Like he was one of my favorite characters, but I'll give him a hug. And I'll tell him a little knock joke. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to marry Dr. Bun in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now that I know which one Arm is, I am hugging him because when DC was talking, I literally picked up my phone to Google Arm Kin Porsche because similar to the other one we had earlier, I could not place which character he was. Like, he looks familiar, and I'm like, I know I've seen you, but I couldn't place which character he was. Nerd body. I'm like, I remember my reaction to that. I remember 100%. Yes, that we are hugging this man. We are hugging this man. Plus, I can't hug Sungwoo. Well, in the sense that I've been hugging everybody else tonight, I can't hug. Like, if we're talking just like regular nurturing kind of hug, he's the one I want to hug the most because I understand him, I relate to him, and I want to comfort and shelter and, very maternal feelings towards him. I feel very maternal towards Songwoo, but as far as any sort of penetrating hugs, no, I can't do that.
Biblical hugs.
Yes, no, Jesus didn't prescribe that hug for him. So I'm going to have to marry Dr. Bun. Oh no, I'm so sad. Because he's a doctor. I would like to be Mr. Dr. Bun as well. He's an adult, which I like those, in case people haven't noticed. Very, very fond of adult men. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed my journey with them through Manor of Death. And Manor of Death is one of the few series that I've reacted to where I was like, even if we didn't have this romance storyline, I still would enjoy the ride. I still found the show enjoyable outside of the main ship we had there. But I love him, even though he's gullible and gets handcuffed to guard or banisters.
That's a good thing.
I mean, he's got good enough taste in men that he can find a man whose dick is so good that it'll distract you while you get handcuffed to a banister. But I don't know that I want to get handcuffed to a banister every time he doesn't want me to leave the house. I'll marry him.
Yeah, no, I agree. Dr. Bun is definitely Mary material. He's a doctor. I think we could have fun conversations like that, but I also think he's fun enough in other ways to keep me interested. I do love a good fixer-upper, though, kind of. So I would enjoy Songwoo in that regard. So I don't know, like his certain personality traits I would enjoy a little bit. So I'll give him a nice hug. Arm, that one's tough. I like him a lot too. Hug Arm. I guess avoid Songwoo. I don't have any good reason. I don't have a good reason for it. I don't.
I will make an addendum that Songwoo does have the best lips. He is one of the BL actors that I look at. I'm like, damn, like just in a very innocent, non-sexual way, he got a purty mouth. Like him Up from Lovely Writer, and there are a couple others where I look at him, I'm like, damn, you are a chapstick ad waiting to happen. Like
I like his ears too, though.
I love his ears too.
And the way he's staring at me, I kind of hate it. In the way that I typically hate things, yeah. Which is
in that way. You hate it?
Yes, yes, in that way.
I think I would agree with everybody. I created this category because I wanted to put Tool in something, and I feel like Manor of Death is his better show than his other one. So this is the category that I created. But yes, definitely marry Tool. I mean, like, or Dr. Bun or whatever alter ego he wants to go by. Then the other two, it's kind of tricky. I don't know which one. I think I would hug Sangwoo because I feel like he needs it a bit more than Arm in terms of emotional. And sometimes you have to do things for other people and just selfish reasons. So I think
you're giving up yourself.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of my altruistic choices, you know?
Such a humanitarian.
Oh, no. It's about me this time. It was like, I would get hugged. Arm, it's all about me. You don't think your arm don't need a hug? He needs a hug.
Yes, those arms look lonely.
Right. And look at the way he's just biting on the end of his glasses like that. Like,
okay, fine. I'll change my mind. All right, I won't be generous. I'll hug Arm. Okay.
Yes, the other two are main characters, and he's designed side character world. He needs comfort.
Yeah, and I feel like we would bond over computer things, I'm sure. You know, he could show me how to fly a drone.
You're just hugging him. You don't have to.
We got time for that.
Right?
Office romance.
Oh.
I'm gonna go last.
Well, I've only seen one of these, so by default, I have to marry Kurosawa. Okay. But even if I hadn't, I feel like I would still marry Kurosawa. There's just nostalgic ties to him, plus ears, and just I love. But it's hard because they all seem like they're adults-ish, except baby boy on the right looks like an intern, so I might have to avoid him. Which by default means that I have to hug the cupcake, which I'm all about hugging cupcakes. I got no problem with that. Plus, he just looks like a very handsome cupcake. So, but even if I had seen all 3 series, I feel like Kurosawa would still be like my top tier because he's got a 3-piece suit on. Like, I'm going by the amount of pieces each one is wearing. So 3-piece suit is in top spot. Then we got the 2-piece suit, and then we got the open button down that we're just avoiding. You got to dress for the career you want, and he's dressing to get somebody coffee. I ain't got time for it.
Dang, I should have chosen a better photo.
I didn't see Senpai. This can't be love, so I'm gonna say avoid by default. Marry Kurosawa. And I have the same thought about his 3-piece suit. So that's a big thing that makes him a contender here. Togawa, I liked his character. So I guess I'll give him a hug, and I think he needs it too. He's living a pretty monotonous life. We need to spice it up a little. Within limits.
Yeah.
I would actually probably go. I don't remember. I actually didn't watch Senpai either, so that's a default avoid. Togawa, I think, is the one. He's way more my type in general. So I would probably marry him. And I know. Kurosawa is a friendly hug. I think he's a wonderful man, and I love him for that. But he's not really my type as much.
It's fine, I guess.
It'd be like 2 tops fighting over the top position.
I mean, it sounds like a party to me.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm having trouble discerning all 3. I remember Kurosawa was very lovely and very wholesome and very dedicated, but I feel like I'm kind of bored of that. I don't feel like he's spicy enough or has enough personality to kind of sustain my interest. He'll just want to read the newspaper with me, and I'm kind of like, okay, babe. I don't know. I don't remember that much. Like, I think he's very caring and very lovely. I might avoid him for that reason, which is really weird because I wouldn't avoid him normally. I don't think Togawa makes as much money as Yanase. So that's why I might just give him a hug. I feel like Yanase has the most potential out of everyone to advance his career just because I watched them play this Can't Be Love. So that's why I'm going to marry Yanase.
Okay, so you've seen them all. Yanase, I would avoid. Only because that whole thing with Canada and like going away and then coming back, and I know it was writers creating drama, but he drama. I just am not going to hug that, marry that, none of that. Like,
you know what? I'm going to marry Kurosawa. Screw Yanase. I'm done.
No.
I don't even know. I'm so indecisive. Okay.
Was that like an image upholding like decision right there?
I don't know. Kurosawa's kind of boring. I don't know. I'm really confused. All right, you can go.
So the thing that I want to know is my choice right here, and I'm going back. Kurosawa will give me a stable marriage and be doting on me and all that kind of good stuff. And I think Kurosawa, I've seen the series, seen the movie. He's most likely to give you a traditional, even though it's a queer relationship, he would give you tradition and just be good for you and cook for you and all that kind of good stuff. And just also very patient. He was so patient with all the stuff he had to deal with. Togawa is fun. like just that idea of, hey, you know, let's be like little girls and let's eat this and all this other kind of stuff. And it's fun. I don't know if it's something he would continuously do. I would like that in my marriage, but also I want stability because I'm like, I got to be with you for the rest of my life. And so for this time, I'm taking a safe bet. Also, he looks better in a suit. Kurosawa, Togawa, I would like. We would at least hug over the weekend because I think it would be a fun weekend hug. And also, it'd probably be, what, I'm a hug slut. I'll probably come back like every other weekend.
Well, you're still married to Kurosawa? Oh, no.
No, this is before the marriage to Kurosawa. But he's also patient and understanding. So
exactly.
But but Togawa, I would like hug and just like, he just seems real fun. But
actually, yeah, I've changed my mind. I think I would marry Togawa just because we would do fun stuff all the time. We would go to restaurants all the time. We would do anti-aging exercises together, and I could be all about that. And we could just pretend to be, cute little girls doing whatever. I think that's a fun life. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'll avoid Kurosawa, because he works at a stationery company. I'm like, how boring can you get? Like, so
they went to a theme park.
And that
Adachi did lose his magic powers. I'm just saying. Right. Kurosawa did something right.
Eventually.
Yeah, I'm all about losing the magic powers.
So I'm gonna hug Yanase because I think he looks like a polar bear, and there's something really appealing about that, like a polar bear plushie.
It's like a fetus.
Oh, okay.
He's like 12.
He's like 28 in the show or something.
He's like 12 years
30.
old.
He's like one of the bosses. Okay, let's just.
I agree with you on Togawa though, because like I feel like I need some of that in my life sometimes, and I don't think, as much as I like Kurosawa, I mean for the other, besides the other thing that I said, I feel like I need some of that fun aspect interjected every once in a while.
Well, maybe you be the
every
fun
day
one of the relationship.
That's what I was thinking. You have to bring the fun.
No.
Second last category.
Still, oh my goodness. No. Well, yeah. Okay, this is easy.
No. I'm out. Bye. I'm out.
It's very hard, but it's very easy for me. But
really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm avoiding Rock. I enjoyed the corn things journey we went on, mostly. I still haven't watched the second season. I reacted to the trailer way back when, and there's just nothing really drew me to it. Like, I need to watch this now, and I just haven't gotten to it. But yeah, he was fine. It was great. It was cute. It was a nice little journey of self-discovery and figuring out who he was, and that's great. But I feel like the other two did that journey a little bit better, and I enjoyed them more. So I'm going to avoid Rocky. I am going to... See, it's hard because I want to marry both of them for different reasons.
Do it. Go to Utah and do it.
Like, I feel like Vlad would give a very decent hug, but Carl dances and is limber. So I feel like he could give a more exciting gymnastic hug. And Vlad he's sweet puppy dog. So I have to marry Vlad. I have to marry Vlad. He's gone through his journey. He knows who he is. He wants to live his life out and proud. That was the big drama, the big debate that came up for people who haven't seen the series. Sorry, spoilers. But
so Xavier, you're just
no, Xavier went through his journey by the end of the series. He knew who he was. Like, we went through his journey. Well, by the end of the movie, we went through his journey. He knew who he was. But Vlad, he's already done that. And Carl, by the end of the series, because I don't think we're going to get season 2. Carl is still in a limbo. He's still finding himself. Like, yeah, he has an idea, but he's still needing his time to explore and find out who he is, and that's all well and good. But like DC said, I've been there, done that. I've lived that life, and I would like to. I don't feel like training a new puppy, so I would like someone who's already at a certain place, because I'm at a certain place in my life. If this were 10 years ago and I were, still exploring things and whatever, okay, we can explore together. But child, I got a mortgage, I got a car payment, I got things to do. I don't have time to be while you're out here trying to figure stuff out. So I would hug Carl. Lots of great hugs, but I have to marry Vlad because he's a sweet little puppy dog. Plus he sings, and that all automatically wins.
I have the same answer for slightly different reasons. Definitely marry Vlad because he seems sweet and he seems very smart, and like he would fit in with, like, I guess you would be able to talk about stuff with him. Like, you would never run out of anything to talk about, and he has a very, like, activist type mindset. So I think I would get along with him very well. I loved Rocky, but by default, I'm going to have to avoid, because I don't want to avoid Carl, because it is really hard for me to, like, separate Carl from Paolo. And Paolo's my friend, and I don't want to avoid him. No. So I think I'm going to give him a hug, like a genuine hug.
Not like the
and
other
his character... Hugs. No, not like the other hugs. I don't think he would enjoy that. But yeah, he's one of those characters again where it's like he needs a hug. He's going through it.
Listen, his pictures.
He's been feeling himself lately.
Yeah, he definitely has.
I would like to. No, I'm sorry. My turn. So this is actually, full disclosure, this is hard for me because, like, I do like looking at Filipino men. And I like the personality, the machismo, and just all that. And Rocky has those things, but I've seen season 2 of Quarantine Things. And how we're talking about, I don't want to spoil it for people who want to watch it, but I'd avoid him. Like, give me something new, baby. Like, cute throuple side couple, though. Rocky, I'm avoiding because I've seen his journey. And Vlad is who I want to marry, I think we just have a fun marriage. I think we have a fun relationship. I think for a long haul. Also, I think it's marriage, so the sex would be great. And it would just be fun, and he's artsy, and he just that movie scene and that what he did for him, and just all of that, like, and he'd be in it. He would be in it. Vlad would be in it. And you just be like, he already went to the journey. He already did his thing, and he's there for it. And I'm just like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Carl, hug. He's just at that stage, and just hug. And it looked like he would like the hug, but then after the hugging, he would have to go on his journey. I'm talking about Carl and his journey after we get our hug in.
Like an actual hug, or
like
I think that's what Edison's going on.
I cannot tell with
hug and kiss and back massage and stuff like that. So So yeah, I think that is like marry Vlad, and it wouldn't. Yeah, and just Rocky. Oh my God, he has issues.
But the actor is beautiful.
Yeah.
If we try to do it, are we doing actors? If we're talking to actors.
But yes, the character we avoid it. But
the character looks like the actor. I don't get the difference.
The personality
matters. Yes.
So, like Rocky, like him, just
I ain't got the time.
I would probably marry Vlad for the same reasons, but I think I would hug Rocky just because it's more exciting to be in that situation as roommates with Rocky and in like the same. I don't know. I think it's more interesting than having to deal with maybe is it the same situation? Am I remembering things wrong? I don't know. I think Rocky would be more interesting to hug.
I do think Rocky would give a better hug, but I just can't avoid Carl.
I mean, I agree with all of you. I mean, Vlad is clearly the clear winner for the marriage category. I think, I don't know. I would say Carl for hugging. It's tough because, again, Rocky is gorgeous, but like if that's all it was, but we're roommates too. I don't know. Like he's a problem, but it's a fun problem.
Exactly. Let it steer.
I'm stable enough for the most part.
Now before Rocky.
Right, yeah, that's fair. Probably not anymore.
Right.
Yeah, so I'd still go with Carl as hugging.
Okay, I think we have a last category, which is the gals.
My
gals.
Oh shit.
Stop. Smash.
Right. Same.
Yes.
100.
That's my answer.
This is literally the hardest one.
Pearl is marriage for me. I love her.
It's your girl, Pearl.
It's my girl. I love her. She makes me laugh. She makes me smile. And she keeps things fun. Ink is my hug and more. I like Manal, but I do get a little annoyed with some of her antics sometimes, but I do love her. She's a sweetheart. But just because she's the only one left, I have to avoid her.
I have to marry Ink. I have to. Like the second that woman came on screen in Bad Buddy, I'm like, I don't know who you are, but I ship you automatically with this other girl. And then like three episodes later, it happened. I'm like, thank God someone's listening to me. It's like, I just love this woman. I love her. I'm so excited for their series to come out later this year. Like I just adore. They're all gorgeous. So if I were a woman dabbling man, I would dabble with all of them, but unfortunately that's not the way the good Lord made me. But if I had to choose one to hug character-wise, I guess I would hug Pearl, because she's feisty, she's fiery, she's got an entire vlog dedicated to sex talks and whatnot, so I feel like she's well-versed in the world of hugs. And just because Manal, that was one of my complaints about Between Us. Like, I love her and I love the character, but I feel like we did not get as much development with her, so she's still kind of one-dimensional. We introduced the relationship with her and Brooke, and I felt like we got a couple nice moments with them, and I feel like we could have, if we didn't spend 7.5 episodes dealing with Win and Team doing the same song and dance, we could have spent some other time like fleshing out these characters. So had we fleshed out Manal a little bit more, she might be in a different placement, but since she's still kind of that one-dimensional character, I'll just avoid her.
Mine is very much the same. Like, okay, so Edison will tell you, as soon as Ink came in and Paul was there, I shipped him. I was like, I was during the reaction, I was like, pink. Like, I just called them pink. And then when they showed up or vice versa, I was like, they had more chemistry in their like just like coming up through like their half an episode than the whole series to that point. Ink would take care of me, and I just love the way that she is with Pa. And just the dedication and taking care of, and then also the actresses like Milk Love. Like I saw them talking about their upcoming series, and it's going to sound weird. They were just so smart and intelligent, and about their place and doing this and what was coming and what it meant, and I'm just like, wow, but Ink, like she can wife me. Like, I love It's Your Girl Pearl. Like, Game Boy, Game Boy 2, Game Boys movie, Pearl Next Door. I even watched her own series, and I that series, honestly, it was underrated. Like, it was just so good. It wasn't just a spinoff. It wasn't just like Game Boys Light or Game Boy like with women. It was like a good story with good actresses, and it was amazing. I'd hug her. We go on shopping trips. I just like, and just much like it was said with Neau, like, I would have to avoid her because unfortunately we got this one note, and I complained about this one, like a reaction as just the development that we got in between us was so lacking. And then they had like 10 minutes of her saying, okay, this is the reason why I'm always happy is because, you know, this is all of this development happened in that. And I was like, I was happy for it because that's all that I got over 2 series. Hashtag justice for Neau. Like, it was just like, it was a great development. I wish I would have gotten more of that through between us. Yeah, I just didn't get to know her enough, so I'm avoiding her because she's going to be like, and I'm just like, oh, girl, go away. I would probably literally avoid her if I see her on campus. Like, I am really avoiding her. Like, I'm like, especially I'm not a morning person. I'm just like, oh, let me just go that way.
I think I might marry Neau, honestly, out of these 3. Just because I vibe with that positive energy. I think I could do with that every day. Just someone who could see the positive side to things. And yes, she can have her down moments and I can guide her through that. But if someone's that positive, I dig it. I think it's a good attitude to have. Pearl, I think we could be like really good friends. So that's why we would hug. And then Ink, I would have to avoid, I guess, as default.
Marry Ink. I love her little eye mole, and I love monolids. So she's automatically closest to my type, and I like her personality the most. Pearl, I have like the same kind of thing as like the character of Carl, where I can't like disassociate the character from Adriana. And I love her, so I think I would hug her and hang out with her. Like, I think she'd be so fun to just be around. And then, unfortunately, avoid Neau by default, even though I think that she would be fun too. Like, I think it would be really fun to fangirl about stuff with her, but it's just working out that I'm going to have to avoid her.
That's the end of our hug, marry, avoid game. That was a lot of fun talking with all of you, and it was great to see your insights and your thirst.
What? Not I. Huh?
What?
No, we're all about romance and love and here and non-controversy here.
Non-controversy.
None. Nope.
I want to thank everyone for appearing in this video. How was it for all of you?
It was a lot of fun.
I had fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a good
Really
time.
fun.
I had fun.
I hope everyone out there has a great Valentine's Day. Please remember you're in good company, you know, as a single Pringle, as all of us, you know, we are all, I don't know. I don't have any great words of wisdom for this sort of topic. So if anyone wants to close it off.
Spay and neuter your pets.
Oh,
Love yourself, because if you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody else.
How the hell?
Right?
I love myself every night. What?
Sometimes
Kind of like a hug.
I relate to myself. I can relate.
I love that I'm not the one causing controversy in this one. Or at all.
Okay.
Who are you saying is causing controversy?
Nobody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what are you insinuating, Sean?
Nothing.
Expand upon that.
Listen, that's my job, okay? That's my job. I have one job, to therapize.
Hope everyone enjoyed watching that video. Please go and support everyone who appeared in this video. Moonconsort, Psynergic, Topher reacts, especially us femmes react as well. So, I mean, even, okay, whatever. Let's just finish it off. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching. Toodaloo.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.